Hello all you anime fans out there. In this video I will be giving you a play-by-play recap of the Japanese adult animated horror action dark fantasy called Wicked City. The story takes place towards the end of the 20th century and explores the idea that the human world secretly coexists with the demon world, with a secret police force known as the Black Guard protecting the boundary. The existence of the Black World, an alternate dimension populated by supernatural demons, is known to few humans. For centuries, a peace treaty between the Black World and the world of humans has been maintained to ensure relative harmony. Both sides of the continuum are protected by an organization of secret agents called the Black Guard, specifically from a group of radicalized members of the Black World. Renzaburo Taki, a salaryman electronics salesman by day, and a blackguard when needed, is at the local coffee bar. Ken, the bartender, hands him over some money. It appears he lost a bet to see if Taki could win the affections of Kanako, a young woman who he has been meeting at a local bar for 3 months. While Taki and Ken talk about his conquest, Kanako is freshening up in the washroom. As she is about to step out and leave, there seems to be another woman in there, collapsed on the floor with only her hand visible. Strangely, she has the same manicure as Kanako. Back at the bar, she jokes around with Ken before getting a taxi to her place with Taki. There they have sex before Kanako reveals herself to be a spider-like doppelganger from the Black World Radicals. She stole the real Kanako's identity back in the washroom by putting her to sleep. This Black World Kanako escapes with a sample of Taki's semen after attempting to kill him, but he manages to break free from her grasp and calmly watches her flee despite being a bit confused by the whole situation. The next morning, Taki goes to work like nothing happened. He is well liked by his co-workers and gets along with everybody. He has a bit of a reputation of being a ladies' man and a bit of a playboy. Mr. McGregor, the company president and also a blackguard, calls Taki in for a meeting. They talk about what happened the previous night, and Mr. McGregor tells him that he needs to be more careful, as well as stating that he will put in a formal complaint to the leaders of the Black World. Taki is assigned to protect Mayart, a comical and perverted 200-year-old mystic who is a signatory for a sacred treaty between the human world and the Black World in Tokyo, and a target for the radicals. The date for the signing has been moved forward as demons from the other side have illegally entered the human world using shield breakers. Taki is also informed that he will be working with a partner, a blackguard from the Black World. McGregor warns him of her beauty and to not get any funny ideas. While awaiting Mayart's arrival at Narita Airport, Taki is attacked by 2 radicals at the runway. He manages to incapacitate one using a special gun, but the remaining demon grabs him from behind. While being held, Taki is about to be finished off by the other injured demon, but is saved by his new partner, a beautiful fashion model named Meiki. He comments on her beauty and then they formally introduce themselves before making their way to the terminal to wait for their VIP guest. Taki goes on to explain how old Mayart is and how important he is to the peace treaty, but the plane he arrives and explodes on landing, leaving both Taki and Meiki in shock. But miraculously, Taki and Meiki eventually meet Mayart, the elderly gentleman who has kept up with contemporary fashion by wearing a tracksuit while munching on a pack of potato chips, tells that he felt danger and changed to an earlier flight. The old guy immediately begins flirting with Meiki and ends up getting a slap. The trio takes shelter in a Hibiya hotel with spiritual barriers to protect it from radicals. It was made for special VIPs, but Mayart complains as he wants to visit some hostess club or a massage parlor instead. They are greeted at the entrance of the hotel by the manager, and then the old man retires to his room only after insisting that he wants to share a room with Meiki. Taki relaxes outdoors with the hotel manager, playing chess to pass the time, but their game is interrupted by a radical who infiltrates the hotel. The hotelier launches an attack, but it is ineffectual. The monster responds with a shockwave blast that rips his arm off and knocks Taki unconscious. When Meiki hears the disturbance below, she tells the elderly guy to go hide. The demon exposes himself to be Jin, her ex-partner. After a brief exchange, as he overpowers her, he brands her a traitor for switching sides. Taki regains consciousness and shoots Jin in order to save Meiki. When he checks on Mayart, he discovers that he has left the hotel to enjoy the nightlife at the Playboy massage parlor. The elderly pervert gets a massage from one of the females, but quickly learns she is a monster as he becomes engrossed. He is eventually saved by the Black Guard agents, but he is in bad health. Nearly all of his life energy has been drained. The human agent determines that he needs spiritual care and that there is a hospital that specializes in it, but it is an hour away from where they are now. With time running out, they hustle to get there. Meiki tries to harness her psychic abilities to lessen the elderly man's pain, but it does not appear to have any effect on his health. She sees the radicals attempting to entice them into the demon world. Taki attempts to flee the approaching darkness, but they are swallowed by it and forced to come to a halt. The agents get out of the car and face the threat. Mayart rolls out and vomits a parasite demon. Maki attacks it, but it evades her and attaches itself to her using her energy. The parasite grows and grabs her. With time running out, she begs Taki to leave her as she unlocks the demon's space barrier, allowing them to escape. He unwillingly abandons her. They reappear in the human realm, and he continues his quest, reflecting on his partner's sacrifice. He can only hope she's still alive since he's amazed a demon could be that unselfish. They arrive to the spiritual treatment facility, where Mayart is predicted to heal completely in less than 30 minutes. This demonstrates his enormous life energy. Taki requests that the hospital's security be checked. The top doctor tells him that they are secure since the spiritual barrier at their position is 20 times greater than normal. He also brags about the hospital's 5,000-year history of combating demons. One of his employees ironically interrupts to inform that they are encircled by a demon space barrier. A demon voice radiates through the area as the agent rushes out to evaluate the issue. It is directed against Taki and depicts Maki in captivity being physically abused and tormented by radicals. This enraged Taki, who has accepted an open challenge. Mayart objects to his plan, claiming that it is plainly a trap, and reminds him that his main goal is to defend him, not to pursue demon women. As the old man yells, he makes his way to save his partner at the enemy's hideout, where he is confronted by the leader of the radicals, Mr. Shadow. Strangely, he asks him if he has had physical relations with Maki. He dismisses such questions, and then Shadow orders one of his female radicals to seduce Taki, but he resists, killing her and 3 more enemies with consecutive gunshots. Keeping the momentum going, he dispatches 3 more adversaries in short succession. The radical leader wraps in a protective material. Taki fires, but the bullets are deflected. Shadow stabs him and prepares to end him, but a lightning force distracts him, allowing Taki to shoot him through the mouth, causing him to explode. While tending to each other, Maki reveals to Taki that she was once romantically involved with a member of the radicals, and that she joined the Blackguard because of her belief in the need for peace between the 2 worlds. Before returning to the clinic, they stop by a store for her to get a new dress. For disobeying orders, their bosses fire the couple. Meanwhile, back in the radicals' stronghold, Shadow is recuperating after his fight with Taki. The Spider-Woman appears to give him an update on Taki's genetic code, which she obtained during their previous encounter. Shadow directs her to go finish him off. The ex-agents, now jobless, make their way out of the hospital. The elderly guy nevertheless decides to tag along with them. When they are ambushed in the tunnel by Spider-Woman Kanako, forcing them to crash, she grabs them both with her webs and clearly gets pleasure from hurting them until they pass out. This is short-lived as she is slain by a bolt of lightning. Taki and Maki awaken inside a cathedral and clearly feel passionate, and then make love. Their intimate moment is interrupted by Shadow, who launches a final attack, which is deflected by more lightning generated by a surprisingly healthy Mayart. He reveals that he was actually hired to protect his bodyguards. Mayart and Taki almost succeed in defeating Shadow, but the final blow comes from Maki, whose powers have increased due to her being impregnated by Taki. Mayart explains that the 2 are essential to the new peace treaty. Taki and Maki were selected to be the first couple from both worlds that can produce half-human, half-demon children, and their bond will be instrumental in ensuring everlasting peace between the 2 worlds. Although angry with Mayart because they were not informed of the Blackguard's plans, Taki implicitly admits that he has fallen for Maki and, per the hotelier's advice, wants to protect her and their child. The trio leave to attend the peace ceremony. Taki remains in the Blackguard to ensure the protection of both worlds and his loved ones. The end. Thanks for watching and make sure to subscribe. Take care and stay safe. Also, don't forget to smash that like button or I'll send the radicals over to your house.